And welcome to Beatrice High School here in Beatrice, Nebraska, as it's girls basketball action between the top 10 ranked opponents in the Beatrice Lady Orange and the Columbus Discoverers. Thank you so much for joining us here on News Channel Nebraska for this broadcast. We are pleased to be here. I'm Brandon Axfit alongside Grant Otten, as the Beatrice Lady Orange are in their second game of the season. And this is the season opener for the Columbus Discoverers, Grant. We got to see the Lady Orange last night against Nebraska City. They had a very impressive performance and a very impressive win.
Yeah, they looked great last night, but they're a little bit better matched against Nebraska City. I think tonight's going to be a much more exciting game and a much better matchup.
We're talking about two players to watch for each of these teams, starting with Columbus, the visiting team. Caitlin Edzers, the senior. The offense absolutely runs through her, coming off of a season where she averaged 11 points per game, shot 41% from beyond the arc. She's also the leading assist maker for this Discoverers team. She produces a lot of offense. She's going to have to do that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think McMeekin and Briggs as well are going to be very important in that game, especially going against Bryant and Reichenberg, who Reichenberg we saw last night had a great night for Beatrice. I think that'll be an interesting matchup as well.
And the lady you mentioned, Marinda Bryant's the player to look out for Beatrice. She led the Lady Orange last night with 15 points per game. She's fast, she's athletic, and she can get to the paint and make those buckets.
Yeah, that's it. There's not much else to say. She's a very talented player. She's going to be a big force tonight.
Well, glad you're with us here on News Channel Nebraska for this broadcast. Stay with us because tip-off is just around the corner for the Lady Orange and the Discoverers.
For your health, Husker Health in Beatrice or Husker Rehab in Fairbury. Make 2016 your best and healthiest year ever. Husker Health, North 6th Street, Beatrice, and Husker Rehab, downtown Fairbury. For all your retirement needs, contact Edward Jones in Beatrice. Call Bob Moran, John Guernsey, or Steve Huvendick, or visit edwardjones.com. Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC. If your daily activities leave you hurting, remember Hoops Chiropractic in Beatrice. Stop in or like them on Facebook. Hoops Chiropractic, West Court Street, Beatrice. Come around to health.
In the moment of an accident, do you know your insurance agent? Would you call a 1-800 number? Get a local agent, someone you call when bad stuff happens. Call Tom Cass, Beatrice Insurance Agency.
Larissa's Salon in Nebraska City invites you to come finalize your holiday looks, from a cut and color to nails and a tan. Give them a call today to book your next appointment. Good luck to all the athletes from Larissa's Salon in downtown Nebraska City.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it, and Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamitdoit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Cheer on your team and watch the game on a new TV from Ashley Furniture Home Store. Find the TV you want at Brand Source inside the Ashley Furniture Home Store, Indian Creek Mall, Beatrice.
Gladly supporting the communities we serve. It's easy to buy here. Beatrice Ford Lincoln and Beatrice Quick Lane, North Highway 77, Beatrice.
Is Old Man Winter finding his way into your home? Then call the folks at Noakes Heating and Air, your premier geothermal source in southeast Nebraska.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding you a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. Your RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with the world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log on to ColumbusTotalRealty.com or see their full list of homes from the Columbus app, available on iPhone and Android devices.
At Columbus Motor Company, they feel shopping for a new vehicle should not be complicated. That's why during the Black Friday Blockbuster sales event, they offer everyone their very best price 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. At Columbus Motor Company, it's just one low price, plain and simple, always. So if you're ready for a new vehicle, stop by Columbus Motor Company, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus, or visit them at onelowpricene.com. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Are you remodeling, or is that unfinished home project bugging you? Then contact Mead Lumber, where their knowledgeable staff will make sure to help you get the job done right.
And welcome to Beatrice High School girls basketball action, just about to get underway. Top 10 action for both of these teams in the Omaha World Herald's preseason top 10 grant. The Beatrice starters getting announced right now. They are sitting at 1-0 on the season after impressive victory over Nebraska City. As for Columbus, this is their first test of the season, game 1 for the Discoverers.
Absolutely. Last night they just had a lot better matchup than Nebraska City could put on the court, and Columbus Discoverers are definitely going to provide a much bigger matchup for the Lady Orange tonight.
And there you see the Lady Orange, their season opener, or home opener, and they are ready to go. Coming off a great performance, they had 3 players in double digits between Bryant, Zarbanicki, and Jones. And that's who the Columbus Discoverers are going to have to key on and shut them down if they want to come out and be successful.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how this matchup turns out tonight.
So we're officially underway. Discoverers get the ball to start things off. As Alyssa Curry, Coach Licari labeled her as a half of a returning starter from last year. She started about the second half of the season. She is a sharpshooter, and they're expecting some big things from her, as well as Edzard's the leading point guard right there.
Yeah, Alyssa Curry did a nice job coming in last year and stepping up at that kind of point guard position that her and Ezra would switch back and forth on.
Good fake shot and finding the open player under the bucket. Marinda Bryant gets on the board, but great ball movement and passes. Now we see Beatrice in that full court defense, something Coach Licari said his team was going to have to handle.
Yeah, they're going to look out for her the rest of the night because she can do some damage underneath.
Edzards with it on the line, throws it up to Alyssa Curry from the top of the key. No good there.
Pretty deep ball, seemed a little bit rushed, but I think you got to let your ladies kind of get into more of a rhythm, get in the offense a little bit. If you make it, though, it is an exciting play. It does boost morale quite a bit.
Columbus running a matchup zone, something Coach Licari likes with the type of athletes that he has. Almost forced a turnover there. Loose ball shot up and good. Bryant is on fire. First 4 points of the night go to her.
Yeah, I really like the matchup Ellie McMeekin on her. Ellie McMeekin isn't guarding her. She's guarding 32 Sarah Reichenberg. But Katie Briggs is just going to need to continue and be active on that baseline and make sure Bryant kind of gets closed down a little bit. Otherwise, she's going to continue to score all night.
Curry went down there on the foul on the floor. Columbus will inbound. See a man defense right now by the Lady Orange. And something you're not going to see a lot of is an inside game for this Columbus team as Edzard goes to the floor and ball goes out of bounds. Again, talking to Coach Licari, their tallest player is 5'9" on this roster, and he even told me, he said, we haven't had someone over 5'9" since 2006. So we've gotten used to just playing spot-up shooting offense.
Yeah, and Ellie Meekin, I thought, really came on last season and did a great job of finding ways to score kind of in that mid-jump shot range, around the free throw line, just outside the lane. And I think she's going to need to come into a rhythm here this game as well. Now, it's the first game for them, so they're really going to have to try and find their identity this game. They don't have an identity at this point in the season. Beatrice has a game under their belt, granted against a Nebraska City team that wasn't as good as Columbus, I don't think, but that'll be interesting to see how this turns out.
Curry loses the shot there. 3-on-1 break for the Lady Orange, taken to the rack. No good, but an offensive rebound causes a foul by McMeekin.
So going to the line for 2 will be Michaela Jones, who also had a nice night last night as well.
So Jones buries the first one, coming off a 13-point night yesterday. And there you see head coach Dennis Corderas, his first year at the helm for the Lady Oranges. Jones puts in the second as well, but he had a great start to his season. He's currently 1-0.
Not much better you can ask for than last night's game. They did a great job.
He's assistant coach for football as well as girls basketball. Really just a coach and entirely involved in this athletic program. He's been doing it for 32 years. So even though it's his first year at the helm, he's no newcomer to basketball. As there's a three-point shot nailed for Columbus, and Katie Briggs, the senior, so she can shoot.
Nice job by Katie Briggs to continue to work there. She gets the steal there as well, but finding open space and finding the open 3.
And now Columbus trying to break. Can't quite handle the pass on that one.
That was good vision down there. Good hustle by Reggie Zakreski. Just couldn't quite get high enough to hold on to that one, but a nice hustle.
So 3 minutes gone in this opening quarter here. Glad you're with us on News Channel Nebraska for this broadcast. The first of 2 games, of course, girls and boys coming up for you tonight. 3-pointer on the way for the Lady Orange. In and out.
Nice box out there by Carissa Sims.
Now McMeekin kicks it out to Curry. She's open. No good.
But a nice follow-up by McMeekin. That's going to be a jump ball. But great hustle by her, surrounded by multiple Beatrice players, Sarah Reichenberg and Kristen Beatty. Beatty, a name we called quite a bit last night, too. We called about all their names last night. They were all putting up some points.
Well, Lady Orange go baseline, shot up, no good. And McMeekin, or Edzards, battling for it. And Columbus High looks like, I think they're going to call them foul against Beatrice, actually. So Columbus ball.
And actually, it looked like a little scuffle down there, but it was actually Kristen Beatty dribbled that one out of the bounds there on the baseline.
Columbus in some trouble, need to get across the timeline, and Curry now does. Turnover by Columbus. Beatrice now coming the other way.
Just a high ball there over the middle. Travel call there on Michaela Jones, and Columbus continuing to stay in that 2-3.
And as you might expect, Lady Orange held much more in check. We're early into the game, but at about this time last night, it seemed like Beatrice had about 15 points, and you're playing better opposition, and Columbus ties things up with that three-pointer.
Katie Briggs for her second long ball of the night. She's getting into a rhythm. I believe that makes her 2 for 2.
Indeed it does. Coach Licari has to be happy about that one.
There you can see number 44, Kennedy Jones, is actually up there at the top of that kind of a 2-3 defense. She played in the JV game as well, but she is a good little basketball player, sitting at only 5'3", the sophomore. is very active, so she'll be someone to keep an eye on.
So Beatrice takes a timeout.
So sitting at 6-6 thanks to a couple of Briggs threes. .308 to play here in the first quarter.
All right, so haven't quite had a chance yet to give you the starting lineups for both these teams. So with Beatrice, there are the starters, 4 seniors, a lot of experience, as well as a sophomore in Odin Bryant, Zarbanicki, Jones, and Rickenberg. Like we said, 3 of them were in double digits last night, and they have a lot of offensive firepower. Now for the Discoverers. We'll give them to you right now. Caitlin Edzards, Alyssa Curry, Reggie Zacharzewski, Katie Briggs, and Ellie McMeegan. I'm sorry, Ellie. But again, 4 seniors and a sophomore, so a mirror match, if you will.
Odin going to inbound this one. It's a hard name, Zakretsky. It's not spelled like Zakretsky. It's got the random Z in there.
And I know the pain, my last name being Axamit. Long ball, though, by the Lady Orange, buried by another tough name, Zarbanicki. Gets it, though, and gets her team a 3-point lead.
And her twin brother will be playing later this evening.
Now under 2:40 to play in this opening quarter. A lot of 3-point shooting thus far. There is Briggs, the one with both of them for Columbus High. McMeegan takes it to the block. Cannot get it to go, but gets her own rebound. Curry again from beyond the arc. No good. Another offensive rebound for Columbus, and there you go. Persistence pays off. Briggs now with 8. All of them for Columbus.
I like that drive by McMeekin down the right side. She just got to finish that one off. A great job of being aggressive and attacking the basket. If she can continue to attack the basket like that, it's really going to open up these shooters on the outside. And we've already seen Briggs can make it. She's already on a hot streak. And a big another 3 by Zarbanicki.
Zarbanicki going back and forth with Briggs right now. That's 2 back-to-back 3-pointers for her, as she has 6.
And Briggs looks hungry. She looks like she's ready for another one of those threes, but patience is a virtue, and she's going to wait to find an open shot.
Well, there's Curry who hits her now. Back to Curry. She's going to keep letting it fly. Just a little bit short there. Talked to Coach Licari prior to this game about Curry because she's one of the spot-up shooters from last year, and he said she was draining absolutely every shot in practice yesterday, and he said Ivan told her, hey, don't use them all up in practice, and she assured him she had plenty more, just not quite yet that they've come in for her.
Yeah, she hasn't been able to get in a rhythm yet, but she definitely has the ability to pull up and make quite a few threes. She's done it in the past, and I wouldn't be surprised if she gets into a rhythm later in this game.
Now Lady Orange going baseline, kicking it back out to Bryant. And another long one, this time just a little bit short for Zarbanicki. Ball goes out of bounds, Columbus ball.
So no foul. Normally when you see something like that where someone falls to the ground, more than not, the referee's going to call something, but that was just 2 people going up for a rebound there. Now so far this 3-2 defense right there looked very good, and that's due to that help side defense that they're bringing in. The girls need to continue to do that for Columbus if they're going to be successful on the defensive end of the ball.
And so far, Columbus has handled this full court defense pretty well also. Something Beatrice likes to instill, force some turnovers. They got plenty of them last night. Shot no good there. It's now under a minute to play, 35 seconds remaining in the quarter. Beatrice looks like they're intent on waiting for one shot.
And Beatrice does have those spot-up shooters as well. They've shown they can hit it from long range. I know Michaela Jones hit a couple long threes last night. Zarbanicki's already hitting a couple of long shots tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if they try to run something, maybe open up one of those shooters, maybe Miranda Bright, get her open down low. Otherwise, Zarbanicki might take that long shot.
Well, here we go. We're at 5 seconds now. 4 seconds. Three-pointer from the corner. Discover's got a piece of it. Rebounded. And Beatrice goes out of bounds, but the clock also expires. So good defense by Columbus as they find themselves down 4. 12-8 is the score. We'll be back shortly on News Channel Nebraska.
Sat Brothers Petroleum wants to remind you we're here when you need us, on the farm or in the field. Sat Brothers Petroleum, a family-run business in Philly, Crete, Lincoln, Fall City, Humboldt, and Hanover, Kansas.
At Pinnacle Bank, the latest banking innovations go hand in hand with genuine personal relationships. Visit one of their Beatrice locations to learn more. Pinnacle Bank, member FDIC.
Looking for a comfortable place to watch the game? Then make your way to Bing's Sports Bar in Nebraska City. Cold beer and a great atmosphere makes Bing's the place to be. Good luck from Bing's Sports Bar in downtown Nebraska City.
In many aspects of life, there are lines between where we work and where we play. But when we cross that line, it's when we become connected to our community. At Columbus Community Hospital, neighbors take care of neighbors. With years of experience and training, caring for everyone, young and old, day or night, the expertise to handle the simple and complex, and provide personalized care in your own backyard.
There you see head coach Dave Licari, his 18th year at the helm. Grant, that's just for the girls team, 32 total. He coached a very long time for the boys before that, 16 plus years. He's actually from Sitka, Alaska. That's where he played high school, and he went to Shadron, point guard there. Graduated in '83, and that was before they had the three-point line, Grant. He was joking about that with me prior to the game, saying, I started coaching 2 years after I graduated, and this concept of the three-pointer just came up, and I was so surprised as there's a and one, though, play by Columbus right there.
But a nice play nonetheless, and yeah, making that transition pretty quickly. And they might live and die by that three-pointer tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how this stuff turns out.
Edzards can't quite complete the three-point play. Scuffle for the ball, and Columbus has it. Now Edzards going to go from the top of the key. Her first three-pointer, no good.
So a 2-point game. This is a good one here in Beatrice tonight. Quite a bit different than last night's game. But the matchup here, I like a lot of the things they do here. That help side defense, you can see Edzards playing on that baseline, needs to stay consistent. If they can force shots, then they can force misses more than likely. So that'll be right in what Columbus wants to do.
Ball was worked down low to Sims, who's going to go to the line. Rickenberg for Beatrice, the guilty party. That is her second on the evening. Sims gets the first to go. We talked about it. She is the tallest player on this roster alongside McMeekin at 5'9".
She can do some good things under that basket if they are able to work it to her. Now, it's not, like you said, really in their offense to work those low posts. But when they can get her and McMeekin attacking the basket, it really opens things up.
Drive shot is up and good, but it's not going to count. Travel against Beatrice.
Curry again going to take it up, and a nice job at evading that full court press. But a bad pass is going to cause a turnover and going to get a push on Kaylin Edzards there, who tried reclaiming the ball after it was stolen.
Columbus still in the matchup zone, something they're going to stay in pretty much all game. That's what Coach Ligari said their bread and butter is. He says a strength of this team is Columbus's communication, which is something you have to have in this type of defense.
Yeah, that help side is so important. I know I'm kind of reiterating the same thing, but even if you get beat on like that, you got to have another person stepping out, and you got to rotate back, and you got to continue to fill in those spots.
Second and third chances for the Lady Orange, but a travel is going to give the ball back to Columbus.
And I was going to say before that travel, but you can see how well Beatrice passes the ball and moves the ball around the court. That makes that defense just that much tougher. But if you got a team that's good at it, it's hard to score against.
So Edzard's in the corner. That's a long two, just short. Rebound, though, by McMeekin. Gets blocked, still sticking with it. McMeekin, great extra effort. She's going to the line for a three-point play opportunity.
And McMeekin's strengths last year, getting those rebounds and getting back up and attacking the basket, drawing the foul. She did that quite a bit last year towards the end of the season and did a great job. And sometimes it gives all those turnaround jumpers if she can get open around the free throw line. She does a good job of making it, and you can see why right there.
And so she completes it. Columbus now with a 2-point lead, 14-12. First lead of the night.
5 minutes and 48 seconds to play here in the second quarter.
So really, I mean, Beatrice got their first game in yesterday against a pretty inferior opponent, but you never know what to expect at game one. And so far, Columbus, they haven't been too rusty. They're playing pretty technically sound right now as they get a turnover.
Yeah, if anything, if you want to look at positives from playing a game last night like Beatrice and a great basket by Katie Briggs there, you come in off a big win, so the team's high on energy. They're really confident. If you're Columbus, you're coming at advantage because they're coming off another game. So Beatrice, even if they did win big, it still takes a little toll on your body playing a full game. So that is a bonus for Columbus, but I imagine they're feeling pretty good after last night's win. They did a really nice job.
Lady Orange inbound under their basket.
You hear the student section in here now starting to pipe up a little bit. They weren't very loud to this point. You can see them in the background there. Starting to fill in. That's not bad. You know, usually it's hard. Nothing against girls basketball. It's hard to draw a huge student section crowd. You usually get some of the faithful seniors. But props to Beatrice for coming out and supporting the Lady Orange.
Sure, it won't be the last time we'll hear from them tonight, as they're trying to encourage their team that's down 4 as Edzard pulls up, make that 7. She buries her first three-pointer, and a timeout taken by Beatrice as Columbus now has a 7-point lead.
And what a turnaround right now, 19-12. Beatrice got on a lead early, but it looks like Columbus has just gotten into a rhythm defensively. They have been very disciplined on that help side and have been shutting down these shooters, forcing Beatrice to take some shots. Now, they're not bad shots. They're just kind of forcing shots, so they're not having a high make percentage, and that's really playing into Columbus's game.
That was the third three of the night for Columbus. You have 2 by Briggs, 1 by Edzards. So great shooting. That's what kind of Columbus's bread and butter is. They work it around outside. On the other side of the coin, though, you have Beatrice, who has 2, and those both came from Zarbanicki.
Yeah, and Alyssa Curry, like we said, she's taken a couple shots tonight. She hasn't been able to get into rhythm, so I'll be interested to see if she starts taking some more shots. Sometimes shooters, when they miss a couple, they kind of get out of rhythm and get afraid to take any more shots, but you really need to just keep shooting, especially when you have the ability like Curry does to make it. But Edzards and Briggs have both filled in very nicely.
Almost at the halfway point of the second quarter. 4:35 remaining in this half.
Thank you for everybody joining us, no matter what format you're joining us on, especially those on News Channel Nebraska 48.1. I believe we're on ColumbusNewsTeam.com as well, and I'm sure Apple Watch is streaming everywhere. I think we're still working on that. Our producer Aaron's working on that.
Now that's launching the TV station, something we've been very excited about in its infancy stages, as Edzard goes again from downtown, and she's catching on fire. Her second three-pointer of the night, but we're glad if you're watching us on 48.1 and ColumbusNewsTeam.com.
For those of you watching in Beatrice as well, thank you. I assume most of you guys are out here at the game since we're in town, but those of you watching around the area, and a big three-pointer by Miranda Bryant, your key player of the game.
Got a little bit of a shooting contest between the guards of both of these squads. Makes it fun, though.
Absolutely, and Beatrice's game is really to kind of work the middle, get people driving and try and find the open shooter, dish it off. But they can spot up shoot as well.
Edwards decides to drive now after the pump fake. Ends up in McMeekin's hand. She hits the long jumper. Columbus cannot miss right now.
I'll tell you what, McMeekin does have the ability to take the jump shot. She doesn't do very often, but I love when they can work her into the offense because I think it makes them that much more versatile.
Baseline shot up, no good by the Lady Orange. They get their own rebound. Chance for the putback and great extra effort by Jones.
That's something they really fed off last night, those second chance baskets. That Columbus hasn't really given them very many opportunities to get those so far this game, but last night they made so many points. I would say over 50% of those were off those second chance baskets, definitely in the first half when they really took the big lead.
And I talked to Coach Licari for Columbus about what their weaknesses were, and he said one of them is our rebounding effort. We're so small, we have to give extra effort to rebound and to blocking out, and we've seen it good sometimes on the offensive end for them, but they had a little lapse there defensively.
I keep reiterating help side defense for Columbus, but that's even that much bigger when you're talking about boxing out. You got to make sure you got your eyes on both sides of the ball while you're helping out and still boxing out your person at the same time. You got to stay aggressive.
Lady Orange working the ball around the perimeter. Columbus at this point really hasn't allowed a lot inside in the paint except for those putback opportunities, which wasn't the case against Nebraska City last night.
Yeah, Carissa Sims and Ellie McMeekin doing a fantastic job so far. And a nice forced turnover there, forcing the bad pass. But Beatrice has done a nice job of forcing Columbus to have a couple of bad passes as well. Beatrice has done a great job defensively. Columbus, like you said, is just making shots at this point. But like I was saying, Carissa Sims has done a great job underneath, boxing out, as well as Ellie McMeekin and staying aggressive down there.
Briggs draws the foul on that one. And it's on the floor. And substitute coming in for the Lady Orange, Sarah Rickenberg. Exchanges with Miranda Bryant. Give her a quick breather. As McMeekin gets it on the inbound, she gets it to fall. Back-to-back buckets for her.
Nice job. Great execution there on the inbounds.
Zarbanicki drives, dishes it off on the block. Nice post move and way to finish it off is Rickenberg, her first points of the night.
Fantastic pick and roll there. Zarbanicki, like one of those spot-up shooters for Beatrice. She has the ability to come off the dribble and pull up and get a nice jump shot in. So she's a dangerous threat. Surprised they didn't call a reach there. Odin kind of got the hand up underneath.
Briggs goes inside to Curry. You're not going to see that too often. Curry can't get the layup to go.
A way to hit that back door. Just need to finish on those.
From way downtown, Zarbanicki off the iron. And a great putback again by Rickenberg. Leads cut now to 5. We're under a minute to play now. Edwards with it. She pulls up with a man in her face off the back of the iron. And goes out of bounds for Beatrice. Now 40.2 seconds to go in the half. Seen very competitive basketball by both teams thus far. A lot of three-point shooting. Now 30 seconds to play. And looking like just like the first quarter, Lady Orange will hold for a final shot. $10 seconds now. Back to Rickenberg. She kicks it back out. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. And McMeekin comes away with a loose ball, and that's going to do things. Shot goes in. Will not count. 26-21 is the final score of the half. We're waiting to hear from Grant Otten. He's rambling up. Coach Licari for the Discoverers. We're going to get his thoughts on the first half as he goes into halftime with a 5-point lead. Taking on a ranked foe in Beatrice that has one game under their belt. He can't be too upset with his current situation, but we will get his final thoughts right here. Let's check in with Grant, who has Coach Licari on the sidelines.
Brandon, hey coach, you guys really got hot there in that second quarter and you got going offensively, kind of making some shots. What started working for you?
I think we just got some better looks. We were a little bit more patient, and we got a couple stops on defense. But we've got to get out on Zarbanicki. She's a really good shooter, and we've talked about she's got great range, and we just need to be there with the hand up.
Yeah, your girls seem to be doing a great job on that help side defense and kind of staying active defensively. Is there things you need to improve on that side, though?
Yeah, I think a couple times actually we've helped a little bit too much. A couple girls got a little bit tired, and that was some of my fault, I think, just not getting them out quick enough. But overall, you know, I think we're okay with where we're at right now.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half. All right, Brandon, back to you.
So 26-21 is the score at the halftime break. Stay with us, and we'll be back with some halftime analysis and some stats here on News Channel Nebraska.
Home Real Estate is an all-star team of realtors who are ready to work for you. We work tirelessly to sell your home or find the right home to suit your needs. I am Home Real Estate's broker, Don Dreesen, and I have 40 years of experience. I know Columbus. Home Real Estate, serving Columbus and the surrounding areas.
Farmers Cooperative is committed to your success on the farm, on the road, and in the classroom. Farmers Cooperative headquarters in Dorchester, investing in our owners' success.
Larry's Tire and Service in Beatrice is a proud supporter of Beatrice basketball. Come see Larry and Brian with 80-plus years of combined wrench-turning experience at 522 South 5th in Beatrice.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it. And Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamitdoit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Schuster's Outdoor and RV, your local authorized Arctic Cat and Encore dealer in Beatrice. Contact them during the Holiday Madness sales event for amazing deals on new products.
Every Tuesday, crunch on classic crispy tacos for a ridiculously low price. For serious, classic crispy beef tacos, super low price every Taco Tuesday. Taco John's, unwrap the original.
Selectel Wireless has the nation's largest 4G network at half the cost and with no contracts. Come into the Beatrice Selectel Wireless store so we can help start saving you money today.
Tree lines, a single tree, branches, or stumps. Need it removed? Call TreeWorks Tree Service. Accurate estimates you can count on for all job sizes. It's TreeWorks Tree Service in Nebraska City.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding you a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. Your RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with the world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log on to ColumbusTotalRealty.com or see their full list of homes from the Columbus app, available on iPhone and Android devices.
Welcome to Ernst, one of the largest dealers in northeast Nebraska. With 8 acres of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At the new Ernst, we're doing things differently. Tired of haggling? Tired of back and forth? Let us show you how easy it can be, and we never charge stock fees. Finding the vehicle you want at the best possible price is our priority. We know you can shop anytime or buy anywhere. Shop Ernst, East Highway 30 in Columbus.
To give real service, you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money, and that is sincerity and integrity. For buying or selling real estate, call Woods Brothers Realty.
The End Zone Sports Bar in Nebraska City would like to wish all the athletes the best of luck in tonight's games. Stop by today for daily lunch specials and dinner and drink specials every night. The End Zone in Nebraska City, where the game is always on. For all of your custom concrete needs, contact Midwest Custom Concrete in Nebraska City. From sidewalks and driveways to repairs from weather, they're here for you. Midwest Custom Concrete in Nebraska City is there when you need them.
See Security First Insurance in Beatrice today for farm, crop, auto, home, and commercial insurance. Security First Insurance, an equal opportunity provider. Get fast cash at Fast Cash downtown Beatrice. Don't forget to let Fast Cash prepare and e-file your 2015 taxes. Fast Cash, downtown Beatrice. Mention this ad at Valentino's through December and get a free beverage with a purchase of a buffet. Valentino's downtown Beatrice, pizza, pasta, and so much more.
Larson Motors proudly supports area athletes. See their full line of new and quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs at LarsonMotorGroup.com.
A good deal better describes the service and selection you will find at Carriage Motors, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. They take a good deal and make it even better. In the moment of an accident, do you know your insurance agent? Would you call a 1-800 number? Get a local agent, someone you call when bad stuff happens. Call Tom Cass, Beatrice Insurance Agency.
For all your retirement needs, contact Edward Jones and Beatrice. Call Bob Moran, John Guernsey, or Steve Huvendick, or visit edwardjones.com, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
And welcome back to Beatrice High School. Brandon Axbit alongside Grant Otten, pleased to be bringing you this season opener for Columbus High, as well as the second game for Beatrice. We have a good one, as it's a 26-21 score currently at halftime. Grant, before we take a look at some highlights, your initial thoughts in that opening half?
Well, Columbus really came on, and Coach Licari said they said a lot of the stuff that I was thinking at halftime. They got to tighten a few things up defensively, but they've been doing a great job. I talk about the help side. East End, they've been helping almost a little bit too much. You see a nice shot there by Miranda Bryant underneath. But for the most part, they've done a great job at shutting Beatrice down and forcing them to miss shots and not giving them second chance opportunities. Beatrice just needs to continue to stay aggressive. They have plenty of time to continue working the second half. If they start making some of their shots, they'll get things going, and they'll be all right.
It has been a shooting clinic. There's been close to 10 between the two teams. Bryant has 2 3-pointers for Beatrice, along with 2 for Zarbanicki, 1 for Bryant. And the hot hand right now for Columbus, there's 3 of them, but Briggs is currently leading all scorers with 10.
Yeah, she did a nice job. Got a couple deep threes early on in the game, but she's really been the hot hand. She hasn't missed so far, so she's going to be someone to keep looking out for. She hasn't been forcing shots. She's been taking the ones that she's open and comfortable with. There's a great play by Ellie McMeekin, who, if she continues to stay active offensively, she's going to cause a lot of trouble for Beatrice as well. And there's Caitlin Ezards with that deep 3 you were talking about earlier.
There's a reason she shot 41% last year, and she's continuing that trend into her senior season. Another great second effort there by the Lady Orange and Rickenberg. So again, we talked about it before, a much more competitive game for this girls contest, and it's been a good one. Something you'd expect. Both these teams came ranked in the top 10 to start the season, and it's going to be interesting to see what transpires in this final 16 minutes.
Yeah, both these teams are very good. match up very good physically. They both do a lot of good things. So I'll be curious to see how the second half turns out. If Columbus can keep things going, if they can keep that energy high, or if Beatrice will maybe kind of turn the page and come out and start doing a lot more things and start hitting some shots offensively. That's really what's been holding them back in the first.
Coach Kaderis there talking to his squad, wanting to inspire them a little bit. They're only down 5, so not a big deal whatsoever. Easy to get back into it. But this is the first time his team in his young career has found themselves down at the break. See how they respond.
Yeah, they like you said, it's mentioned it before. There really wasn't a struggle in that first game. They didn't really get a chance to work their offense and kind of see what they could do. This is a much bigger test for them. Now, this game overall is not as important in the long run. If either of these teams, whichever team loses, they will be able to recover and go on with the rest of the season. But it is just a great test to see a matchup like this early on in the season that we could be seeing much later on in the year as well.
Marinda Bryant leading the Lady Orange with 7 points in the half. Zarbanicki close behind with 6. Both of those coming from downtown. You also have Jones, who has 4, Rickenberg with 4, and that rounds out the scoring for the Lady Orange, but they get on the board right there.
And nice job to work Rickenberg in there down low with a little pick and roll, essentially.
Rickenberg, the homecoming queen. Little fun fact for you.
Hey, congratulations to Rickenberg. Nice job.
Well, Edzard stops and pops just a little short. Zarbanicki brings it up, kicks it to Odin, and travel is called.
Odin looking for that pass, and things just kind of closed up there, so she holds on to that ball a little bit too long. It's going to get the travel. So continue with the full court press here. Columbus has not really had trouble with it. They have forced a couple turnovers there, partially due to that full court press. So if you can force a couple turnovers, it's definitely worth doing, as long as you got the conditioning. Nice rebound by Ellie McMeekin, going to draw the foul.
It's not the first time she's gone to the line after getting a second chance opportunity, so her hard work is currently being paid off right now, which is always what you want to see if you're Coach Lecard.
She's 5'9", plays like she's 6 foot, so give her a couple extra inches on there. But she does a great job underneath the basket, and a nice job to finish that free throw there. You gotta love it when you got your bigs got the ability to make those free throws after they're banging around down underneath the basket and drawing those fouls.
And McMeekum nails them both. Lead is back to 5, 28-23 Columbus.
And Beatrice going to continue to work Rickenberg off of those pick and rolls, trying to open her up, which I love, because she's just done a great job finding herself an open space underneath the basket and finishing. Odin there with the tough shot.
It was a great move by Odin, but now with the miss, Columbus is on the break. And double dribble against Briggs, going back to Beatrice.
Briggs just picked that one up a little bit too early, thinking there was going to be some more people coming down, but unless Zarbanicki now, who Lakari said they are going to be looking for here in the second half because she is a good shooter.
Right now there just appears to be a lid on the bucket for Beatrice's. Rickenberg looked like she might have got hit in the face, and coming down is Columbus, although they could not make the bucket, and some miscommunication. Back and forth right now. It ends up with Edzards.
And Sims just unable to finish there.
So back with Curry. She's looking for her first points of the night. Goes inside to Sims, who loses it.
Couple fumbled passes here.
Odin pulls up. No one goes out to cover her and misses it short. Edzards rebound. McMeekin takes it all the way, and there you go. McMeekin taking over this half. All of Columbus's 4 points are coming by way of her. And Rickenberg goes to the bench. Looks like she's still holding her eye. May get tended to by the training staff.
That was right after her and Ellie McMeekin went up for a rebound. McMeekin came down. Rickenberg was kind of right on top of her. Not that she was fouling her, but just playing some aggressive defense, and must have got hit in the mouth or got hit in the eye or something, like you said. She's going to take a quick break. I'm sure she might be coming back in, I would assume, but hopefully that's nothing too bad.
Three-pointer up and good for Beatrice. Jones buries it. Lead cut back to 4. Curry bringing it all the way up.
Yeah, Alyssa Curry showing off a little bit of the ball skills there.
McMeekin along 2. No good. Rebound Beatrice.
The hot hand now. She's got to be careful. That's definitely a makeable shot. So if she's got it open, look for her to take some more of those. Alyssa Curry hasn't shot for quite a while now, but if she gets open, I wouldn't mind her taking a couple shots if I was a Columbus coach either.
Like I said, I would be surprised if she remained scoreless throughout the entirety of this game. She has the ability to do it. Right now, though, Beatrice trying to cut back into this 4-point lead. And they continue to work the ball around the perimeter. Penetration jump shot and fouled. Bryant's going to the line.
Nice job by Bryant to attack that free throw line and draw the foul on the jump shot. Columbus playing aggressive defense right now. Bryant currently with 7 points. We'll try for 8 and 9 here. 8 will go.
Substitution coming in for Columbus.
Sophie Lang.
Bryant hits them both.
Zakretsky coming in as well for Columbus. That full court defense looking a little tougher there.
Now Edzard goes inside and she gets called for the travel.
And Zakretsky had a tough time getting down court there, or at least they were not making things easy for her or Caitlin Edzards. And Edzards looked like she was trying to find Lang before she traveled.
So McMeekin came out and got the 4 points so far for Columbus High. But they're in a little bit of a cold spell. They haven't scored for the past minute and a half, 2 minutes. And Beatrice is only 2 points down.
Neither team really able to get into a rhythm shooting-wise or at all offensively. Both teams defensively have been very aggressive, doing a great job shutting shooters down and forcing shots.
You see the officiating crew tending to, we'll say, court maintenance.
Might got a little sweat or some kind of fluid on the floor. Got to make sure you get that wiped up. Nobody gets hurt. And they threw the towel off, and they're going to come back. The girls spotted another one. Zarbanicki and Beatty down there. Another pool. They don't want to. You got to be careful. It gets slick down there.
Safety first. As they say, we're about the halfway point. 4:02 remaining in this third quarter. It's becoming a closer game as the Lady Orange have narrowed the gap. And the officiating crew getting applause from the student section. We knew we'd hear from them again. They're jazzed up.
Not that often you see the officiating crew getting an applause, so.
Hey, they work hard. They deserve it too. So props to the student section for knowing the refs need the recognition, and
yeah,
props to the refs too.
Hey, it's been a well officiated game so far, so why not throw them a little applause here and there. Our producer wants to give the refs an Apple Watch for that one, so I think he wants an Apple Watch more. He keeps yeah.
Well, back to game action now. Under 4 to play in the third. Beatrice could tie things up or take the lead here, depending on what they do. Oden drives. Oden takes it up. She gets fouled, and actually travel is called.
And it looked like she took about 3 steps there, so I was wondering if she's going to get called for the travel after that whistle blew. They have not been lenient tonight. In the JV game either, they called quite a few travels. If you took one misstep, they were right on it, so you got to be careful. And
jump ball, but yeah, going back to your point, that's what you want to see. I mean, you don't want these kids to kind of get in the mode of it's okay to take 3-4 steps like you can
style.
in the NBA, apparently. Yeah. Times that by 2, more like it.
Yeah, 20 steps. That's not times 2, but that's about how many I see taken every night. Sophie Lang with her first shot of the night. Ellie McMeekin almost lost it on a turnover last time. They tried forcing that pass underneath. It's a good look, but the defenders did a great job of crowding it up and shortening up that passing lane.
Zarbanicki on that 3-point attempt there. No good. Rebounded by McMeekin, and Oden gets called for the reach.
So you got to credit them. We haven't seen a ton of fouls called, but that's because both teams have been playing extremely aggressive defensively the entire night. So it just kind of sets the standards for the refs to know, when you're really getting a foul, that's what they're going to call it. Sometimes if a team's not being very aggressive, then they start getting aggressive, that's when they're going to start calling you in quite a bit. So these teams have been playing pretty physical, but I like that the refs are kind of letting them play.
Rickenberg comes back in for the Lady Orange. For now, under 3 minutes to go in the third. Columbus on a miniature scoring drought, trying to get an end to that. Not quite there. McMeekin again with another putback, and she completes it yet again. A similar story for tonight for her.
Kind of mark 13 for McMeekin. She's having a nice night. And really a great second half here. She's come on and been the life of this offense, as you said.
And so far, the only Discover to make a bucket in this second half. Her team's still ahead 4. And foul goes against Sophie Lang on that one.
You got to be careful. You can get underneath that basket to really get a hand on the back of the post defender to help at least just kind of keep a sense of where they're moving. But you got to be careful. You can't be shoving off or pushing with that. You got to use that hand more as like a guide marker to kind of get a sense so you can body up the defender down low.
Solid defense still being shown by Columbus as Beatrice still working the ball around, and a steal by the Discoverers. See, Zagretsky came back in for Columbus. Curry drives. Zagretsky now with it in the corner.
Zagretsky does a nice job. Sometimes she just dribbles and picks it up a hair too soon.
Long 2, excuse me, by Zagretsky. And again, McMeekin with the putback. Going to call it on the floor, though.
A nice finish nonetheless. She was trying for it.
McMeekin, though, that has to be close to her 5th or 6th offensive rebound alone in this game, which you see at the 4-point deficit, and that would be a byproduct of her team's current lead.
Yeah, she has really been playing a great second half, and Columbus almost too has just had a lid on the basket like you were talking about for Beatrice's end, because a lot of their shots have been bouncing out. Like you said, McMeekin's the only one scoring.
Now 1.5 minutes to go in the third. Still 4-point lead for the Discoverers. Briggs kicks it to McMeekin. Now back to Curry. Good defense by the Lady Orange. Long 2 up and buried. How about that for Carissa Sims? Her first field goal of the night.
Again, you gotta love when your bigs can pop out on the edge and shoot.
Less than a minute to go now in the third. Beatrice down 6, and timeout called by head coach Corderas as he wants to draw something up for maybe the final play. They like to hold on to it with 30 seconds plus.
So they started cutting back on that lead, and a couple shots later, Columbus has 6 points again on them, going just 55 seconds left in this quarter. plenty of game left for things to turn around. Beatrice really late in that second quarter kind of got back into rhythm again and started attacking, started making some shots, and some things started falling. But they're really going to need to pop that lid off the basket, if you want to say that, if they're going to come back offensively and get back in this game. It's only 6 points and a whole quarter to play, so very doable. But they are going to have to find some kind of rhythm.
8 points scored in this quarter by Columbus, 7 by Beatrice. As we're now 50 seconds to go in this third quarter. Work the ball inside to Rickenberg, now back out. 40 seconds now. Beatrice continuing to go around the perimeter. Good defense shown by Columbus. Pull up from the free throw line, no good, but a foul is called. Jones is the one to draw it.
Yes, a nice job by Jones to pick that one up. It almost looked like a little bit of a forced shot, but you draw the foul, so it's a good play. I like they're really trying very hard to work Rickenberg into this offense. Columbus is doing a nice job of making that difficult for Beatrice. But when they are able to open things up to Rickenberg, this offense just becomes, it really expands and really opens things up for the Lady Orange.
Jones hits them both. And there's 31.5 seconds to go. Columbus inbounds to Curry. And now Edzard's going to push it up. We'll see if Columbus decides to hold on for one more shot. Now 20 seconds.
So just a quick note, the last free throw actually didn't count because the Lady Orange stepped over the line too soon. So they called it no good. So that's why we're still sitting at 29-34.
Baseline shot up, no good. McMeekin gets the putback again. She draws the foul and a chance for a three-point play.
And a great job by McMeekin, just continuing to be a force down under.
She's having a heyday, as you said, in the paint, Grant. She averaged 7.2 rebounds from last year. She's nearing 10 tonight. And a last heave to the bucket, no good. So 36-29 is the score for the third quarter. Stay with us for the final 8 minutes, just around the corner.
For your health, Husker Health in Beatrice or Husker Rehab in Fairbury. Make 2016 your best and healthiest year ever. Husker Health, North 6th Street, Beatrice, and Husker Rehab, downtown Fairbury. For all your retirement needs, contact Edward Jones and Beatrice. Call Bob Moran, John Guernsey, or Steve Huvendick, or visit edwardjones.com, making sense of investing, member SIPC. If your daily activities leave you hurting, remember Hoops Chiropractic in Beatrice. Stop in or like them on Facebook. Hoops Chiropractic, West Court Street, Beatrice. Come around to health.
In the moment of an accident, do you know your insurance agent? Would you call a 1-800 number? Get a local agent. Someone you call when bad stuff happens. Call Tom Cass, Beatrice Insurance Agency.
Larissa's Salon in Nebraska City invites you to come finalize your holiday looks, from a cut and color to nails and a tan. Give them a call today to book your next appointment. Good luck to all the athletes from Larissa's Salon in downtown Nebraska City.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet.
And welcome back. Fourth quarter now getting underway. Columbus leading Beatrice 36-29. And we have a good one here, Grant, as the battle of these top 10 teams.
Yeah, it's been a great game to watch so far. 7-point lead. Columbus, really the story of this game. They've just found a couple extra shots. to go in, and Ellie McMeekin has done a great job of rebounding and putting back second chances.
And you saw the student section of the Lady Orange trying to get their team to make a comeback here. It's very doable with 7.5 minutes to go. Pull-up is good, though, by Zarbanicki. There's a start.
That'll mark 8 points for her, but she has really not been a force in this second half. She's done a great job managing the offense, but she hasn't been able to get that many points, and they really flourish when she's getting some points offensively or creating points for other players offensively.
Columbus works the ball around to Edzard. She goes baseline. McMeekin for the jump shot, buries it. McMeekin is having a night.
She's shooting at a very high percentage right now, and she's drawn about 2 or 3 fouls to get her some free throw chances too, and she's done a great job from the line.
Jones can't get that one to fall. Rebound, Columbus. McMeekin goes cross court to Edzards. And a great entry pass, and on the bucket, Sims puts it in.
A nice box out by Sims to open herself up on the inside, and that is just that's like a trip to the candy shop. You love getting a little pass over top and having that open shot to the basket there.
Well, Columbus quickly comes on the break after the Beatrice miss. Scramble for it, and Beatrice will end up with it. And now back to Columbus, and McMeekin slows things down.
You got to get it under control. Things just got a little bit hectic there. Back and forth. Zarbanicki goes for the steal.
Leaves Edzards, though, who finds McMeekin on the cut. She puts it in again. 42-31 now.
She is closing in on 20 points. That makes 19. And she has just come alive the second half. What a great job. That's going to get the block there. Now her feet were kind of moving, so the only way they would have been able to draw the charge there is if she would have kept her feet back and then drawn her shoulders directly back. When you turn to the side like that, you're always going to get a block call.
So with 5:23 remaining, the gap is getting larger for Beatrice, which isn't a good thing for them. They need to start putting up some scoring and doing it fast. And how about that? An and one opportunity here for the Lady Orange.
Kirsten Beatty there. Her first 2 points of the night. But she made them count.
And she completes it. And now you're going to see the aggressive full court defense, even more so than it has been, because Lady Orange need to force some turnovers and get some quick points, currently finding themselves down 8.
Yeah, and they're not out of this game by any means. 5 minutes and 23 seconds to play. But they will need to get some things going offensively, and they're going to need to prevent Columbus from obviously getting any more points on the board.
Three-pointer on the way, just short. And so here comes Zarbanicki. She takes it to the rack and draws another foul. 5:06 to go.
A three-point shot, you like to think maybe is a little bit quick, but she had the open take. She had the block up in front of her. So she had a free go at the basket. I think you take that one. So a nice shot, but a great job by Zarbanicki to come down court, hustle, and force the free throws.
Zarbanicki can't get the first to go. She's a returning 3-year starter, honorable mention All-State for softball and basketball. She gets the second, though.
So Ezzard's coming back into the game for Katie Briggs.
Inbound goes to McMeekin. She gets past her defender. 3-on-2. Back to McMeekin. McMeekin gets fouled in again. Grant, how is she doing this? Tell us.
She's just, it's the same shot over and over again. She's doing a great job of getting up to the basket. She's staying controlled as she attacks the rim. and then just finding a beautiful shot. The defense, when you got someone that's hard like that, that's focused, she's keeping the ball back behind her so they can't block it. And she is just really coming to a rhythm here.
And completing the three-point play, Ellie McMeekin puts her team back up 10.
22 on the night for her.
Good pass baseline for Beatrice. They're back on the board. Rickenberg with 2. And timeout called Columbus. 4:44 remaining. And just going back to McMeekin and the night she's having, 22 points. I mean, for the most part playing basketball, you get hit, that's the point of fouling someone, and it's pretty rare to get the ball to fall and have a chance for that three-point play, but I don't know if she thrives on it or enjoys the contact, but she's had about 3 or 4 opportunities for the and one tonight where she gets hit and still is making it find the bottom of the net.
Well, she does a great job of getting underneath that corner of the basket, forcing the defender to kind of get up on top of her, and after that defender kind of jumps up or gets their hands over top, she plays into the defender's body, draws the foul, and when you're playing it like that, it's a lot easier to stay controlled and get a nice shot off towards the basket and get it to really just bank off the rim like a layup, but a nice job, and she's been continuous at it, and the defender, it's tough to guard because she's 5'9", matches up pretty well with all the big girls for Beatrice, and no one's just can directly block that shot standing straight up, so they're forced to kind of play it aggressively, and she's just, like I said, gotten into a rhythm, and 22 points. What a night.
She's accounted for 15 of the Columbus's 19 points in this second half alone. The other 4 belong to Sims, who's had a couple buckets.
Yeah, I think when they can work her into the offense, it just opens things up so much more for Columbus. Now, a lot of those points haven't been, like you said, working her into the offense. She's been attacking the rim, getting second chances, where they bounce it to her, and then she kind of gets worked into the offense. But when you do that, it's going to draw defenders on you and open up a lot of these spot-up shooters.
Three-pointer up, no good by Zarbanicki, but offensive rebound, and looks like they're going to call a foul on Edzerts.
And we'll see, yeah. They are going to call that on Edzerts. I wasn't sure if maybe McMeekin was getting that coming from behind, if they're going to give her a push or something, but Edzerts there with only her second.
And the Lady Orange in the bonus. So Rickenberg's going to have a chance here. Gets the shooter's roll. Rickenberg, a 3-sport athlete that also excels at volleyball as well as track and field besides basketball. Nice trip to the charity stripe there. She gets them both. So Zarbanicki applying pressure to Edzard. She gets away.
Sometimes Columbus, you're kind of picking up their dribble when they get down court and then looking for the pass. And if you're a defender, that's what you want to do because then you can really play aggressively. But if you're Columbus, you got to continue to dribble. They're going to call a travel there on Lang. You got to continue to dribble until you find your guard there or somebody open, and then pick up your dribble and try and make a nice pass. But nice job by the Beatrice defense to force Columbus to continue to pick up that ball.
Now it seems like Columbus has all the momentum right now, but it's still only a 6-point ball game with 4 minutes to play. Beatrice very much in this one. Turnaround jumper, good. Great shot by Marinda Bryant. Her team's only down 4 now.
An athletic play with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time to get back into this one and take the lead.
So McMeekin with it now. Picks up her dribble.
Alyssa Curry there on the backside, cutting back door. They're going to call a travel again on Lang.
Those are costly turnovers for Columbus in this situation.
Like I said, they have been very picky about these travel calls. You're not going to get away with anything, so you got to be careful.
Now 3:25 to go. Big possession here for the Lady Orange. Riggs thought about taking a steal. Ball pulls up and a foul is drawn, sending Jones to the line.
Kayla Jones, that'll be the second or third time she's drawn the foul off that shot, dribbling to the middle, getting the defender to come up on her, and then doing the nice little kind of a turn jump shot, but a nice ability to kind of adjust in the air and get the shot off.
Well, there's 3:21 to go, 4-point deficit. And Jones, one of the mainstays for this basketball program. She started every single contest as a freshman, so they've known that she's had a lot of talent just a sophomore, and one of the leading scorers for the Lady Orange.
Yeah, she's got a bright future.
The sophomore amongst the 4 senior starters, but she's meshing in quite well and has a chance right here to make it a 2-point ball game, and does. We have a close one here, folks. 45-43. 3:21 to go. 2 top 10 teams in girls basketball going at it between Columbus and Beatrice. Ball up to McMeekin now.
This is where you got to work your offense. You got to get a good shot off.
Edzard, she hit 3-pointers in the first half, and she has her first of the second half, and that could not have come at a better time for Columbus.
Yeah, what a huge 3. She's wide open there on the back corner. If you're Edzard, she's a good shooter. She does a great job when she's wide open. You got to take that shot.
Lead is back to 5 for Columbus, 2:40 to play.
And that full court press for Beatrice really thrives when they're coming in off the inbound. When Columbus is able to get a rebound and kind of break things down and get down court, they really get into a motion better with their offense and kind of get things moving along.
Ball goes out of bounds off a Lady Orange player, so Columbus with it. 2.5 left to go. Edzard being pressured by Zarbanicki. Curry back to Edzard. And they're trying to get Curry open, Grant. You saw it earlier. And Curry turns it over there. Beatrice on the break.
Yeah, just a forced pass there. She didn't really have anybody inside. A big basket.
Great composure shown by Jones on the break. And the home team is within 3. And timeout taken, Grant. You've been in these situations before as an athlete. You played for Columbus High. Let's start with Discovers. What's Coach Licari telling his team? What do they need to do? Obviously, they need to keep this lead.
Well, you got to stay focused. They've done a great job tonight. They just got to continue what they were doing earlier on in this quarter. They were kind of developing offensive plays. They were getting shooters open. And when you got a shot like Kayla Edzard's wide open for 3, Ellie McMeekin wide open in the corner, those are the shots they're good at making. Like you said, they're spot-up shooters. So if they can just continue working their offensive players around, continue moving their feet, they're going to find open shots. And they shoot at a pretty high percentage, or at least they have tonight. So with 2 minutes left, I think you just kind of do that. Take your time. You definitely don't want to rush anything, but you got to stick to your game plan. If you start forcing, kind of getting out of a funk, you're going to miss a shot, and then Beatrice is going to use that to turn around and potentially take the lead.
Flip side for Coach Corderas quickly.
Well, Coach Corderas, they're starting to get a little bit into the rhythm here. I think when they work Rickenberg into the offense, kind of do a pick and roll, she's been able to get to the basket and shot pretty high percentage from there. So I think you try to work hit her a little bit more. Zarbanicki's done a great job as well. You get the balls into her hands. She's been able to make things happen.
Zarbanicki nearly forces the steal from Edzard, who has her dribble picked up. She gets away from trouble, but there's the steal by Jones. Jones on the break. And she gets the layup. Beatrice is within 1.
Can't forget about Michaela Jones. She's having a great end to this quarter here. What a talented player. And what hustle.
1:35 to go. The student section is rocking. Columbus takes it to the rack and getting the and one opportunity. Zagretsky for Columbus.
And the young sophomore. The first 2 points of the night for her, and they could not have come at a bigger time. She missed a 3 earlier in the game, but she hasn't taken one since. A huge 2 points by her, and she's going to get the chance to make this at least a 2-basket game. She can make this a 4-pointer.
And as a sophomore, she has not been in this situation at the varsity level. A chance to make this a 2-possession game should she put this one in. Cannot get it to go. McMeekin forces a jump ball. Where's the possession arrow? And it's going to stay with Columbus, Grant. What a great play by McMeekin.
Yeah, absolutely. The effort on her end of the ball just continues. Kennedy Jones, number 44, going to come in here. Kennedy Jones, actually a pretty good spot-up shooter as well. She shoots at a very high percentage. She's very quick, too, so I can see why they're bringing her into the game here. But, yeah, McMeekin continues to impress.
Zagretzky has it on the outside of the perimeter. We're at a minute 22 now. Edzard's thought about it.
And here's where you don't want to force a shot. And a big steal!
With a pickpocket. Zagretzky. Zarbanicki on the pickpocket. Back within one for the Lady Orange.
And a 1-point game. But just a minute to play.
The Lady Orange defense is keeping them in this right now, and Coach Licari says it is time for a timeout. 57 seconds to go, 50-49.
The energy is high right now. There are a lot of people starting to filter into the gym. They got a pretty big group here. Coach Licari, there you can see the man, but Coach Licari got to just get these girls focused. They've been doing a great job so far all night. They just need to, they got 57 seconds here. Get the ball down court, work the offense a little bit. And take a little time off this clock, find an open shot, get something to go. Just a two-pointer is great. You preferably get some kind of layup. That forces Beatrice to take a three-point shot if they want to stay in the game, at least get it time, force this thing to overtime. So really, you know, best case scenario, you hold on to the ball for 57 seconds and you get to go home with the win. If they get a chance, if you get an open shot at a layup, you take that, you get the three-pointers, get the three-point lead like I said, and force Beatrice to take a long three.
Well, 32 years of coaching to Coach Licari's resume. We'll see what he draws up here at the timeout. We're under 50 seconds now. 45. Ball back in Edzard's hands.
Zarbanicki guarding Edzard. Zarbanicki almost goes for her third steal in a row, and she's going to get called for the penalty there.
It looked like the official motion travel for a second, I thought, but it's a foul. I was going to say, there's no way that couldn't have been.
So now we got an interesting situation here. We got 38.1 seconds left in the game. We got Edzard shooting a 1-for-1 situation. They are in the bonus right now. These are huge. You either get a 2-point lead and leave it open to tie or win, or you get the 3-point lead and leave it only open to tie.
Edzard's ice in her veins. Buries the first of a very crucial one-and-one, Grant, like you pointed out.
So we'll see if she can hang on for two here. 38 seconds left. You almost got time for two chances down the court, but if Columbus gets the balls back, and another big one. So Beatrice is either going to get a quick two-pointer or they're going to need to drill a three, which they've shown they can do.
We're at 30 seconds and counting. 3-point ball game. Columbus on top of Beatrice. There is the three-pointer from the corner. It is buried by the Lady Orange. Odin's first points of the season. 52 all, under 20 seconds to go.
And she picks up the ball.
And Coach Licari, Grant, as you pointed out, called a timeout because they were in trouble there.
And Alexa and Odin just, man, that is a huge three-pointer by her. I wasn't sure if it was going to go, but you could kind of feel like she was ready to take that one. And 12.7 seconds. Now, 12.7 seconds is a lot longer than it might seem. You got plenty of time to get down court and get an open shot. You don't got to force anything. You may feel rushed, like you need to sprint down and just fire a shot off, but you got time to get down court and develop some kind of play and get a nice shot off. So we'll see what they do here.
Well, they're sending Kennedy Jones back in like you saw earlier, an offensive threat. They got her at the scorer's table for Columbus. And right now the momentum, though, is all back with Beatrice as they have come back into this game, and they are pumped up, and they're going to be in that full court press.
Yeah, I'll be curious if they, I think you either try to get McMeekin for a mid-range shot or something down low. She's shown she can shoot that jumper. Otherwise, Ezerts has done a nice job of shooting behind the arc if she's open. Katie Briggs is not in the game. She did a nice job as well, but Alyssa Curry, she's available as well. She can shoot, so we'll see what happens.
Here we go, under 9. Ezerts with it. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. McMeekin now. She's going to take it all the way. She gets around her defender. She draws the foul and makes it and one for Ellie McMeekin with 1.9 seconds to go.
and McMeekin is just that really. 1.9 seconds. They still got time to fire one off. But McMeekin, that shot right there just encapsulates the half this girl is having right now.
Ellie McMeekin, are you kidding me? 3-point ball game and one with 1.9 seconds to go. And Beatrice, they're going to have to draw something up here, and they need the three-pointer to force overtime.
So 1.9 seconds. You got enough time to get to about half court, a little bit over. You have to sprint. If you can roll the ball, that's great. I can imagine Columbus is going to press a little bit. You can see Ellie McMeekin driving to the basket and putting away the hard two-pointer. What a huge play by the senior. But you got a little time to get to about half court and maybe fire up a shot.
Nothing less you would expect in a matchup between two top 10 teams coming into this contest. It has lived up to the hype and everything you'd expect. And this is just game 1 for Columbus, game 2 of the season for Beatrice. And it's been a heck of a one.
Well, I got to hope, too. I'm getting a little greedy. I'm hoping the game we call next, the boys' game, is going to be just as good as this one. But, you can't ask for much better of a home opener for this Columbus crowd because what an intense game. This is great.
So if you're Coach Licari, you tell your players do not foul under any sort of circumstance. Looks like Beatrice is going to have to hurl it down court and try to get a shot. There's the throw. Odin pulls up and it's not going to get there. Columbus High wins in a thriller 55-52 over Beatrice. The Discoverers advance to 1-0, and what a game by both teams to start this girls basketball season. Stay with us because we have boys action just around the corner between the two. Grant Otten is also on the floor. He's going to catch up with head coach Licari as well as our Columbus Community Hospital player of the game. And sometimes it's a little bit of a guessing game. It could be a couple, 2 or 3 players, but I think those of you watching at home may have some idea of who that player will be. 55-52 is the final. Glad you're watching this one here on News Channel Nebraska. We are glad to have been bringing this one to you. Boys action just around the corner. McMeekin with one heck of a half, leading Columbus, leading all scorers in this one. 18 points in that second half alone. 25 total for the senior and Ellie McMeekin. Beatrice made one heck of a comeback. Jones and Zarbanicki with some big defensive steals alongside Odin, who hit a huge three-pointer to tie things up with under 15 seconds to go. Columbus, though, comes out on top. Grant has rounded out Licari as well as McMeekin. So we are going to hear now from the winning head coach as well as our Columbus Community Hospital player of the game, Grant.
Thank you, Brandon. Coach, I'll start with you quick. What's going through your head right now?
Just that I thought the girls hung really tough, especially in the second half. We got up, I think, 8 or 9, and then they made a big run at us, and I think that's where some senior leadership comes in, and I thought the girls just kept their composure pretty well.
Moving forward, it's first game of the year, a huge win. What's the mindset moving on?
Well, the girls could be excited tonight, but then we got a really quick turnaround tomorrow, and we play again at like 2:30, so not too much time to dwell on tonight and just get on to Elkhorn.
All right, Coach, thanks and good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Ellie, your player of the game, Columbus Community Hospital player of the game, Ellie McMeekin. Ellie, you had that huge shot at the end. What was kind of going through your head on that play?
Well, after I got past the ball, I looked at the clock and there was 5.4 seconds left, and I was like, oh gosh, I got to do something. Yeah. So I just went for it.
Were you nervous hitting that last free throw?
Kind of, but I knew I put us up by 2 and we could stop them.
Yeah, well, 1.9 there. In the second half, really, you had a great job offensively. You had a bunch of points. You ended with about 25 on the night. What started working for you on the offensive side?
I think just them overplaying and us back cutting just got us open.
Hey, well, congratulations and a huge win. Enjoy it, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, Brandon, back to you.
Thank you, Brandon.
Good job.
As you see, it's a quick turnaround for basketball. Just 19 minutes until Beatrice, the number 2 team in the state, takes on Columbus High. But wrapping up this one, 55-52 is the final. Columbus Discoverers on top of Beatrice. Ellie McMeekin, our Columbus Community Hospital player of the game, 25 points, 10 boards, as Columbus gets the win. Stay with us. We're going to be back with boys action for Columbus High and Beatrice here shortly on News Channel Nebraska.
If your daily activities leave you hurting, remember Hoops Chiropractic in Beatrice. Stop in or like them on Facebook. Hoops Chiropractic, West Court Street, Beatrice. Come around to health.
In the moment of an accident, do you know your insurance agent? Would you call a 1-800 number? Get a local agent. Someone you call when bad stuff happens. Call Tom Cass, Beatrice Insurance Agency.
Larissa's Salon in Nebraska City invites you to come finalize your holiday looks, from a cut and color to nails and a tan. Give them a call today to book your next appointment. Good luck to all the athletes from Larissa's Salon in downtown Nebraska City.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the marketing director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it. And Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamitdoit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Cheer on your team and watch the game on a new TV from Ashley Furniture Home Store. Find the TV you want at Brand Source inside the Ashley Furniture Home Store, Indian Creek Mall, Beatrice.
Gladly supporting the communities we serve. It's easy to buy here. Beatrice Ford Lincoln and Beatrice Quick Lane, North Highway 77, Beatrice.
Is Old Man Winter finding his